It's Saturday morning, about almost 11 o'clock, and I've just arrived at the Richard Campground for the beginning of the Beeripmo Walk over the 2 days this weekend. Just doing an overnighter up here. So it's a really nice day today actually. It's pretty fresh up here, but it's nice and sunny at the moment. There's just a little bit of cloud around. It was a bit cool when I left Melbourne and a little bit wet as well. There was a few showers around still, but as I sort of got further west towards here, it really cleared up and it's looking beautiful now. So yeah, just got the car here, got everything sort of ready to go, and I'm just about to set off. So it looks like the forecast is actually going to be pretty decent for the whole weekend. I don't think there's any rain forecast, which is good. I think the overnight tonight is at Beeripmo Campground, and that's, I think, around about 900 metres in elevation, so I imagine it's going to be a very cold night up there, particularly if the sky's clear today, so, or tonight I should say. So I'm going to have to rug up tonight, but you can have fires up there, so I brought a little bit of stuff to see if I can get a fire going up there as well. But anyway, I'll just show you guys around. This is the Richard's Campground. So there's a few campers over in the background there. And just behind me here, off to the left, is where the Beeripmo Walk actually starts. So that's where I'm headed. Anyway, I've got everything ready to go. There's no wind around either, which is really nice. It's just nice and still here, so I'm actually only wearing one layer because I think as soon as I start walking, I know that I'm going to get pretty warm, so should be good going, I think, if it stays like this. So anyway, just about to set off, and yeah, we'll get, I think today's mostly uphill actually, getting up towards the Beeripmo Campground, and then tomorrow is apparently all mostly downhill, although there is a summit to do up on Mount Belanger, I think it's called. So I'll do that tomorrow morning. Today's a shorter day, about 8 k's, but yeah, mostly uphill, so I think there's a few reasonably steep sections on it, and then apparently most of tomorrow is downhill, and it's about 13 k's I think, so yeah, it's only 21k walk, pretty short, so just going to be taking it at a pretty easy pace, and yeah, let's see how we go. So there it is, Beeripmo Walk. It's saying actually 17 k's on the sign, so maybe it's a little bit shorter than it was actually showing. But here we go, up the trail. Well, I've already started climbing up a fair way, and there's all these really huge boulders everywhere. There's one just behind me, and then you can see probably a few further up the hill there. Really big boulders around. So the terrain's already sort of starting to change a bit within even the first 20 minutes. So yeah, it's looking really interesting so far. I think the next sort of landmark really is Raglan Falls, and I guess this is where all this water is flowing down from. So probably get up there and maybe just have a bit of a break for a snack. Certainly no rush today, just taking it easy and taking in all the views. this looks like it's Raglan Falls. They're not huge, but I'm actually just about to head up to the lookout there, right at the top of this boulder here. And I'll probably have a bit of a rest up there, I think, have a snack, and yeah, take in the views. Alright, I'm up here at the Raglan Falls lookout. I don't think I took the conventional track to get up here. I went on a little side path and then ended up doing some pretty steep climbing up some rocks to get up here. So that was a bit of a challenge, but I just realised there's another path which is far more easy to get up here, so that'll be the way out. The day is just sensational. You can see how sunny it is, and yeah, it's just warm now that I've been walking, so definitely don't need another layer at the moment. It's really nice. So I'm just going to stop here and have a bit of a rest, have a snack, and over this way is where the trail continues, and it looks like it sort of opens up a little bit. It's been quite sort of heavily forested so far, and it looks like that's thinning out a bit now, so could be getting yeah, up towards the top of the tree line just about. Yeah, look, the temperature's just beautiful up here though, really nice. So if this weather holds out, it should be a sensational walk. Alright, I'm going to grab a snack and yeah, have a little rest and then keep on going. I've got a nice easy pace going here. I just actually had the younger group of 5 hikers just pass me before, but this is a nice sort of, well, relatively flatter section. Still going up a little bit, but just really nice forest through here. A lot of ferns around, really nice. So yeah, just taking it at a very easy pace today. I know that it's a short hike today, so no need to rush through it. Just enjoying the scenery as I go along. So I'm not sure, probably not halfway yet, but yeah, next stop probably be having a bit of lunch. So I'll look out for a good place to do that. In the meantime, just nice and flat along this section, so I'm expecting some more uphill reasonably soon anyway. So yeah, good day for walking today. It's really nice. Lunchtime, and this is a perfect spot for it. I've just pulled out to a clearing area on some big rocks, which is looking straight out across to Grampians National Park out there. So this is a really good view out here. So that's where I'm going to be heading next month for the Grampians Peaks Trail, or the first part of it anyway. So yeah, it's just been nice, easy going today. It's pretty chilly up here, as you can see. So it's time to put another layer on while I have some lunch, because it's pretty fresh. There's a bit of thin cloud that's over, but it kind of looks like it might, you know, just get some light showers, but hopefully that might hold off, and yeah, we don't get any rain. If it is going to be clear tonight though, it'll be very cold at the campsite. So anyway, I'm going to stop here for a little bit and have a bite to eat, and then keep heading down the trail. Right, I had to lay up a little bit. The temperature sort of cooled down after I stopped for lunch. So I'm just travelling along a pretty sort of reasonably flat section, and apparently there's another big hill to get up to what's called the Sugarloaf, which is then not that far away from the campsite. So another big hill to come soon. But yeah, this section here is just nice and sort of undulating, and there's some great views out to the Grampians along this little section. Really nice. So yeah, I don't think I've got too much longer to go. So it's about 2:30 now, and then I'm probably going to try and aim to get to the campsite probably by 3:30, I would guess, and just make sure there's enough time to get camp set up before the light starts to fade. Well, I am cold no longer, at least for now. Yeah, I've just been going up the hill up to the summit of the Sugarloaf. I'm not sure if that's that big rock behind me, but anyway, this section's been pretty steep, so yeah, I had to take the down jacket off. It's starting to get a bit too warm in that, but it is chilly up here. I think as soon as you stop for a little bit, you can feel how cool it is. So yeah, I'm going to get the rest of the way up to the summit, and then I think it's only about another 900 metres to the campsite from there. The Beeripmo Campground. Everything is set up, and you can see over here got the tent just all sorted, so everything's ready, set up for tonight. There's actually a few other groups here as well. You can probably hear a little bit in the background there. Some guys just up behind me have got a nice big fire going. They got in here about 1 o'clock, so they've managed to get some wood dry and get that going. So just having a nice hot soup. Cheers. Yeah, it's nice to get some warm stuff into me. It's pretty fresh up here, but fortunately there's virtually no wind, so it really doesn't feel as cold as it would if it was windy up here. So yeah, it's a nice little spot. I thought, as I said, it might be a little bit quieter up here in terms of numbers of groups, but there's about probably 6 or 7 groups. I still managed to get a spot at one of the sites, which is great. And yeah, just a really nice still sort of evening. It's just after 5 o'clock now, and I'm just going to probably get some dinner going soon. Tonight I've got some pasta with dehydrated beef mince, which I'm going to add some pizza sauce to and some herbs, so that should hopefully be pretty tasty. So yeah, I've got to get that going after I've had my soup. There's not much light left now. It's probably going to get dark in the next half hour, so might be finishing off dinner in the dark, I think. Anyway, nice to be set up here, and this is home for tonight. just been up and had a bit of breakfast and just about to start packing up to hit the trail again after that. Probably try and head off in the next sort of half hour. And there's a walk up to the highest point here today on Mount Belanger, so that'll be early sort of in the day this morning, and go up and check out the views there. And from there, that's just a return trip back to the main trail, and after that it's mostly downhill for the rest of the day. So it's about 13 kilometres today, and yeah, I'm again going to take it pretty easy, just sort of take it all in as I go, and yeah, see what the second half of the walk actually has. I am back on the trail. I've just left the Beeripmo campground, and it took me a little bit longer to pack up than anticipated, but it's actually just before 10 o'clock now, so I'm just heading sort of down a pretty wide bit of trail at the moment, which goes towards the Mugwump camp and the turn off to the Mount Belanger lookout. So there's little bits of sunshine poking through this morning, so it's looking like it should be another reasonable day. It's pretty damp up here, but it wasn't actually raining. It was just a lot of, well, probably just condensation. I think the clouds came in last night, so yeah, it was a bit damp from that. The pack's noticeably lighter after having had a bit of dinner last night and a couple of other things, and just not as much water today either. I actually packed in about 5 litres, so I really haven't had to worry about filling up. I just filled another litre back at the water tank there to treat, and that should be enough to get me through the rest of today. I've still got probably 3 and a bit litres, so it should be plenty. So anyway, just making my way down here, and probably see how long it takes me to get to the turn off to the Mount Belanger lookout. I've just come here to have a quick side trip into the Mugwump campsite. There's a little hut behind me, and yeah, there's a couple of campers here that have got their tent set up, and there's actually a fire going in there, which is pretty nice. So just came for a bit of a look here. It's only 200 metres off the main trail, and that's actually the junction to head up to the Mount Belanger lookout. So just about to do that. I'm probably going to take a layer off now because I've warmed up after coming up another hill this morning. So yeah, just thought I'd check this out on the way through. Nice little campsite, and the sun's actually starting to poke through a bit more now, so should be nice walking conditions, I think. Well, I'm up here at the Mount Belanger lookout, and it's a spectacular view up here. We're up above the cloud line, so yeah, this is the highest point on the Beeripmo Walk. Yeah, it's just really nice views out here. Just looking out across the sort of forest and lower lying areas there, and yeah, just seeing all the clouds sort of roll past, it's really cool. So yeah, it's continuing to be nice sort of sunny breaks. There's a mixture of just sort of patchy cloud and blue sky today, but this is definitely worth the side trip. It's about 2 k's each way, so that was why the sign at the beginning of the walk said 17 k's. That's if you don't come up and do the side trip up here, so that takes 4 k's off it. But yeah, if you're going to come and do this walk, I'd definitely recommend coming up here. Probably a little bit fortunate today too, because I imagine some days you'd come up here and it'd just be a whiteout.
but fortunately that's not the case today, and it's sensational views. So I'm going to have a quick bit of a snack up here, enjoy the views, and then head back down to the main track and continue on. It's been downhill all the way since I left the Mugwump campground area turn off, so it hasn't even been one bit of uphill, it's just been down the whole way, so it looks like that's going to mostly continue. So I've ended up just down in this little gully. You can probably hear the water flowing behind me. There's a stream flowing through here. So yeah, I imagine this is just going to keep going down. But I'm probably going to just keep going for a bit more and then stop for a bit of lunch, and I think that's going to be pretty close to the end anyway by then, so yeah, just have a bit of food before I finish it off. But yeah, it's been a nice change from yesterday, I guess, going up most of the day, and today is pretty much almost all downhill except for the morning part going up on the Mount Belanger lookout. But yeah, still a really nice trail through here. The forest is just beautiful. Alright, well, next stop is lunch. Well, I found a nice little spot to stop on the trail for lunch, so I'm actually only about 600 metres from getting back to the Richards campground, but I figured I may as well pull up a log and have some lunch here for the last little section of it in the forest. So it's been, yeah, as I said, downhill pretty much all the way today. Pretty easy going. And yeah, a lot faster than I thought it would be in that last section, so pretty much almost done. Just going to have some lunch here, do the last 600 metres down the trail, and that'll be it, all done. Back at the Richards campground, so I've just arrived in here, and yeah, it's sort of mid-afternoon, so much quieter here than it was yesterday, with all the campers gone, all the weekenders. So yeah, that's a really nice walk all up. Very much uphill on one day and then downhill the other, and there's some very rewarding views up there once you get up to the sort of higher points in the forest. It's really nice. So would definitely recommend doing this as an overnighter. You can even do it in a day if you really wanted to. So you can just do all 21 Ks. That'll just make it a longer day, but you could definitely do it if you were just carrying a day pack. So anyway, I am done with this walk, and yeah, it was a good sort of test of a bit of the gear that I had as to how it went in the cold, and I have to say it went pretty well. Certainly didn't feel too cold last night in the tent, so that was great. Anyway, time to head back to Melbourne. Got a couple of hours drive ahead of me, and I'll see you guys out on the trail next time.